video go first? Didn't the voice of God already come on?
It's going to be an exciting year at Mercy as we work to keep everybody safe, but also to allow people to get together and come and study together and work together and have fun together. It's going to be a fantastic year.
I'm so excited to actually get into the lab and physically do experiments and research and being on campus, and it's not a ghost town here. There are students walking around. It feels really good to be back. It's my last year, so I just want to be as present and involved as possible.
1,000 times, I love it. I love being back. I love being in a classroom, seeing other people around me, and connecting with a professor or another student. It's something you can't get through a computer.
We do want them to succeed. We're willing to go the extra mile to help them. And I think especially with the pandemic and what happened in the last couple of years, they did see the effort that we put in, I think, but also, they needed a little bit more reassurance, a little more support. And I mean, we're in the service industry. That's what we do.
Thank you for being part of this so very important event to remember.
My wish for all of you is that you squeeze as much as you can out of life.
And as we work to achieve racial justice and dismantle systemic racism in every form, education must be part of this fight.
Our mission is to advance Asian women's health and well-being through education, advocacy, and support.
It's going to happen here at the Dobbs Ferry field. Look at that. You're going to be seeing the Hudson River when you walk across the stage and graduate.
Has been at Mercy College. Whoa. Good evening, everyone. And after 3 years, welcome to the annual Mercy College Trustees Scholarship Gala, the in-person edition. How great. And not for nothing, happy Cinco de Mayo. They were serving margaritas at the bar downstairs. It is so good to be back with all of you in person. I was listening just to the decibel downstairs and everyone talking to one another. And when she first came up to me and said, you know, the program's going to start, we need you to go upstairs, I just looked at her and said, okay, good luck, because we haven't seen each other in such a long time. So we are going to celebrate our students tonight and raise a lot of scholarship dollars. And here's how we're going to do this. We have a virtual audience joining us, and to our virtual audience, wherever you are, welcome to all of you. We can't see them, but they can see us, so wave, will you please, to everybody joining us virtually. Over the next hour, for those in the room, dinner is going to be served during the program, and there will be time after the program to mingle and enjoy a dessert buffet. But we do want to say, in the interest of fairness, we are definitely giving both the people in the room and our virtual audience an equal opportunity to donate to our students. And with that, I'd like to begin tonight by asking all of the Mercy College students in attendance here at the dinner to stand. I want to read, while you're standing, I want to read to you something that was said by your president, who's one of my favorite people to quote. And it explains a lot about why we are here tonight. Lots of colleges scramble to get the wealthiest students. Mercy College is not in that scramble. We are standing right where we are, saying these students that we serve, that's you and you and you and you, are the hope and future of America. They have potential, they have possibility. Someone just has to give them the opportunity. And that's what we're here about, is to give students opportunities. Thank you, all of you. And you guys can sit now if you want, by the way. I would, however, like to ask, we have a number of faculty members here with us tonight, and I'd like to ask them to stand and be recognized. And along with that, I would like to ask the Mercy and CNR alumni who are with us tonight to stand. Thank you, all of you, for your support. There's one group of students in particular that we're going to be featuring tonight, and that is the students who are in our Mercy Scholars program, where individual donors support students and take the burden of college debt off their shoulders entirely so that they can focus on their studies. I hope you will all get to know these students this evening. They're sprinkled all around the room, and their stories of perseverance and determination are inspiring. A couple of housekeeping notes. The silent auction that many of you were enjoying earlier has been moved upstairs. It's right across the hall for you to check your bids, and it's going to be there throughout the evening. And a little later, we're going to take a few minutes for our scholarship challenge, where we're going to hope to raise additional funds for important scholarships. First, however, we're going to kick things off with our first award of the night.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the 2019 Mercy College Trustees Scholarship Dinner Award for Students' Achievement to Sacha Garcia.
Please join me in welcoming the 2020 Mercy College Trustees Scholarship Student Achievement Award recipient Samuel Agchampong.
Please join me in welcoming the 2021 Mercy College Trustees Scholarship Student Achievement Award recipient, Daniel Montes.
Good evening. I am Daniel Montes and the recipient of the 2021 Student Achievement Award. Thank you. I am honored to be in the company of those previous award recipients. Nicole is currently in the medical school in the American University of Antigua. Sasha is a third grade teacher in Texas, and Samuel, who is here tonight with us, and he is a system analyst at Con Edison. Yes. I am a 2021 graduate of Mercy and also graduating in a few weeks with my MBA. I currently work full-time at KIPP NYC as a recruitment associate right now, so I'm super proud. It is my pleasure, though, to introduce this year's recipient of the Student Achievement Award, DeAndre Davis. DeAndre is a Mercy Scholar and a student in Mercy Honors Program. He is extremely active in campus life and community service, and is always a friendly face on campus for his peers. Before we hear from DeAndre himself, take a look. He has loved his time here at Mercy.
Kinda crazy to see how much I grew, in all honesty, because even though when I came here, I was very introverted. I was a very introverted kid when I came in here. I managed to interact with this entire campus throughout my entire life here and literally created a family. Even while doing all that, learning is always there. My academics never end up dropping because Mercy is still making sure that I'm on top of things, and it's just such a beautiful part about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming my friend DeAndre Davis, the 2022 Student Achievement Award recipient.
Wow, this is heavy. Good evening, everybody. I need a little bit louder. Thank you, because I know you guys had a great time downstairs. I need to see that same energy upstairs. First off, thank you so much, Daniel, for introducing me. Good evening, everybody. As he said earlier, my name is DeAndre Davis. I am a proud member of the class of 2022 and a Mercy Scholar. I'm extremely honored and humbled to have this award in my hand right now, and I'm super excited to actually tell you guys tonight my story of Mercy. During the fall of my senior year in high school, I toured the Dobbs Ferry campus, and I was actually on track to graduate in my school as valedictorian, just in time for a Mercy recruiter to come to my school and recommend that I apply to both the Mercy Honors and Scholars program. With the support of my guidance counselor, teachers, and principal, I completed that application with high hopes of success. And to my delight, I was interviewed on campus, fast forward 2 weeks, and I get the call that I'm accepted to the Mercy Scholars and Honors program. I was ecstatic because I had never thought that I would have the chance to experience college while living on campus. Everyone was beyond proud of me, as they knew the effort that I put forth, and I couldn't wait to move in. My 4 years at Mercy have been the most impactful time of my life. I came from high school being quite introverted, which you probably can't tell from right now. I never really tried to connect with people unless the situation was presented to me. Coming to Mercy, I felt like a whole new beginning to my life. I became more social and extroverted than I could have ever imagined. I've met and connected with people from different backgrounds and cultures, and I knew this experience wouldn't have been possible without the Scholars Program. So I ensured that this opportunity was never met in vain. The Scholars Program allows a student to go to college without the overwhelming stress of tuition, loans, and that inevitable debt you end up with at the end of college. I do everything that I can to give back to this school because it paved the way for my academic success. I'm currently a student worker in admissions, previously in the PACT office for 3 years, and in my free time, I volunteer with the Mercy College marketing department to assist in their social media efforts. Last summer, I actually became a MavCare ambassador, helping my Mercy community by calling students to let them know what their fall semester would look like following COVID. All of these different safety protocols and just ensuring that my students came to the school knowing that their experience was not going to change. My spring semester this year has been filled with tons of things, getting ready for graduation and making tons of memories that are going to last a lifetime like tonight. As graduation approaches in 2 weeks, I'm looking forward to my future career plans. Speaking of which, I will actually be returning to Mercy following graduation as the Brooklyn admissions recruiter in Mercy, Manhattan. I'm extremely excited to actually visit all of the high schools throughout the Brooklyn borough and introduce to them what Mercy College has to offer. I can't wait to share my Mercy story with them so that way they can become the future of Mercy College. And following my employment, I will actually be pursuing my MBA alongside the same thing that Daniel has done for my master's degree. I believe the main thing, as she's sitting right there, I wouldn't have been able to accomplish any of my dreams at Mercy if it wasn't for this lovely woman right here.
Come on.
No. I need you to stand up so the entire audience can see you. That's my mother, Diane Davis, and she's the biggest support system and the sole reason I always push to do great things in my life. She's raised me to never accept the bare minimum because she knows that anything I strive for is always the greatest of achievements. And I, of course, cannot go without thanking Mr. and Mrs. Dunn for their gracious donation that has paved the way for my success at Mercy. And I most definitely cannot leave out the faculty and staff at Mercy that helped ensure that I would get through every single year that I was here. More specifically, Andy Mantell, Nick Canzano, and Rob Cornetta. 2 of which who are in this very room, the other one is on Zoom, watching with a great smile that he got his name here. You've all made a great difference in my life, and I cannot thank you all enough. I hope that you all can tell from my story that I'm a very proud Mercy Maverick, and that I'm proud to be a Mercy Scholar. I want to thank all of you for giving such generous donations towards scholarship programs, just like the Mercy Scholars Program, just so it's possible for students to have the same success that I had. It's all meaningful, and I hope you understand that your money is going towards great things. I hope this program is supported for many years to come, and it's actually now my pleasure to introduce Mercy's president, Tim Hall.
Well, it's great to get to hear from DeAndre and Ms. Davis. Congratulations. Thank you for sending them our way. It's amazing how different and how better this is than a Zoom event. I'm just about fed up with those, so it's great to see you. When I say see you, I'm exaggerating, of course. I can't see many of you at all because my eyesight is bad, but I know you're out there and I know you're cheering on Mercy students as we celebrate tonight. Most of you have alma maters that aren't Mercy, or at least a fair number of you have. We have alma maters from the College of New Rochelle. My wife and I have an alma mater from Texas. I know there are those of you who've been at other institutions, and those are important connections that we have with the places where we were undergraduate students or graduate students in some other way. I know they were for my wife and I. My wife and I got married when we were undergraduate students at our alma mater, and I promise you it's meaning for us to walk around that place and remark upon the place where the parking lot used to be, where we would make out as students. But I want to call your attention to something new tonight. And that's this. I've discovered this about Mercy, is Mercy has more than the average number of people associated with the college who are not alums of Mercy at all. Friends of the college, supporters of the college. I've never seen anything quite like it. I've lived in college towns where lots of people were friends of the college just because that's what everybody did, was go to the football games and the basketball games and the concerts and whatnot. But Mercy has more than average number of people who are drawn to this place for a different reason than simply the affinity of being at the college where they spent some of their young years, who are drawn to it, I think, because they sense that something unusual is going on here, something that's not quite the norm. They sense that there's something going on here other than the tired, depressing accounts one sometimes hears about higher education. Would you believe that the year I started here at Mercy, the New York Times wrote an article called "Who Gets to Graduate?" And the article pointed out that for the last generation and currently, who gets to graduate from college in America is very much about how wealthy their families are. And that if you take students who have the same kind of test scores, if you believe in those, whether they're good scores or not so good scores, you will see in America today, in America of the 21st century, that there's a 40% difference between students with the same kind of academic credentials between the ones who graduate and the ones who don't graduate. And the ones who graduate overwhelmingly are from wealthier families. So I think one of the things that people are beginning to detect and that supports some of the things that you see going on at Mercy, one of those is the Mercy Scholars Program that you'll hear more about tonight, is that there are people who are sniffing in the wind, and they seem to have come to the conclusion that something special is coming and happening at Mercy College. I know my wife and I have. We were drawn from the South, where it's much warmer, to a place where shoveling snow is a hobby. Happily, the college does that, so I don't have to acquire that hobby. But people are walking around and they are smelling the sense of a laboratory. A Mercy College is a laboratory of success, is the way I think of it. It is a place where we're not satisfied with those demographic statistics that the New York Times quoted, that we don't believe it has to be that way. And so you can walk up and down our halls, and because of faculty who are deeply committed to bringing not yesterday's education, but today's education to our students, you can see different things going on. I'm gonna tell you a secret that maybe you don't know. If you were in higher education today, you probably know. If you walk down a hall and you see one door after another door where someone who is presumably a professor is standing up at the front and they are saying things to the students, you are looking at the past, not the future. We now know today that students, especially students who haven't had all the benefits that other students have had, they prosper and they flourish best when they're in the context where they're getting to talk, where they're getting to think aloud, where they're getting challenged, and where they're responding on their fate to their professors and to their classmates. That's the kind of laboratory that's going on at Mercy College today. We're convinced it's making a difference. In the last 8 years, we've seen our graduation rates improve by, I've been told recently, something like close to 20%. That's not because people are doing the same thing they've always done. It's because there's the smell of beakers in the air. There are concoctions being made. There are people looking for new things that you didn't see yesterday that we hope that you will see today. I'm proud to live at that place. I'm proud to be a partner with our faculty and our staff who are doing that kind of work. Some of that work is the Mercy Scholars Program that you're going to hear more about tonight. But I want to welcome you to this event. I want to point out to you our wonderful students who we've discovered a secret. And that is, if you give them opportunities and if you give them some help, and sometimes the help looks a little different maybe from the way we did help 30 years or so ago, but if you give them those opportunities, you give them help and support, they soar. That's what I've learned in New York. That's what I've learned at Mercy College. So I want to welcome you here. I want to thank you for being a supporter, a friend, even if you're not an alum of Mercy College, even if you're not somebody who works here already, because this is where the future is growing right today, and what you're going to see of our students is what you're going to see in America's future. So thank you for being here today. I have to do one other thing. And I'm just going to do it very quickly, and that is to call on our board members, many of whom are here. Would you just stand up or give us a wave or whatnot? Thank you. Thank you. These are the men and women who are drawn to what's going on at Mercy College. They're interested in it, they're supportive of it, and best of all for the college, they do hours and hours of work for free. So thank you very much, members of the board. It's great to see you here tonight. You have a lovely evening.
In case you're wondering what the support of donors to our Mercy Scholars means, here it is in their own words.
Good things normally start with a vision. The vision that started the Mercy Scholars Program was the vision of this question: what if we could take debt for tuition and debt for books out of the equation? What would happen in the lives of students if they could come to college knowing that they would not be encumbered with draconian debt one day because of all the tuition payments that they were making, because of all the books that they were buying?
You're joking. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you so much. Seriously, this is like welcome. A big honor, like a big honor.
Oh, wow. I did it. It shocked me. It really shocked me. Like, wow.
Coming from an immigrant family and not really having much opportunity, coming from a low-income family, being a Mercy Scholar and being able to be in college is something that means the world to me, that there's no words that can explain how grateful I am.
How would that free them up? How would that let them engage their full potential if they didn't have to worry about that financial question?
With this education, I'm not just here. I could go beyond and above, do the things that I wanted to do. Mercy College, Kunyali, they surprised me with the full ride scholarship. They made my dream come true and everything else I have thought of possible.
I think when Mercy saw me, what they saw in me was ambition. They saw potential. They saw that I actually wanted to grow. So I think they really saw a heart of somebody who just wants to be better, do better, and is going to be great. Every day, I live to be better than the person I was yesterday.
You can change equations in life.
I'm looking for a young lady who goes by the name of Ruba.
It was a dream. A lot of students, they just feel like, I don't want to go to college. We don't have money. My grades are bad. They just don't push themselves.
And I feel like this scholarship allowed a lot of students to push themselves.
A full tuition scholarship to attend Mercy.
Oh my God. College is a second home where you show your accomplishment, achievements. They're really a family. Staff, students, advisors, teachers, everyone. They gave my family and myself the opportunity, not just for me, for my whole family to be success.
I can still remember being a high school senior and getting a letter, back then there was no email, saying that I had been awarded a full tuition scholarship to my first choice college. It transformed me, it gave me a whole set of skills and relationships and understanding the world. And it was that desire to have others benefit from that scholarship that led to the Mercy Scholar Program.
In looking through the majors that you all have selected, they're all worthy majors. It goes from nursing to psychology, health science, criminal justice, business, communication disorders, social work, accounting, biology, English, communication studies, and legal studies. Just a fabulous list.
So what's the result? Well, it's these students.
I graduated in 2021 with a degree in communication studies and a minor in Spanish. And right now, I am a social media coordinator for Delish magazine.
Right now, I am a private counselor at Mercy College, specifically the Manhattan campus.
I majored in my bachelor's in social work. I'm very passionate about mental health.
My major was communication disorders, and I chose that field because I am dedicated to helping others find a way to communicate and express themselves.
I am majoring in criminal justice with a specialization in forensics.
And now that I graduated from there, I definitely look back and I thank them for giving me this opportunity to learn the career that I've always wanted to learn.
I can't wait to see what the end result of the new equation is going to be in the lives of the Mercy Scholars. We'll be waiting to see what you're able to accomplish as students and as alumni of this great school.
My name is Maria Herrera.
My name is Naya Belser.
My name is Alexis Williams.
My name is Steven Arantes.
My name is Miriam Silla.
Raymond Calderon.
Natalie Delgado.
Amy Estrada.
Ponce Conte.
Sarah McNear.
Lauren Casanova.
Tashana Winter.
Naima Saunders. Numa Silla.
I'm DeAndre Davis.
Serafina Margarita Victor.
Diana Wainate.
Mohammed Fayez Hassan Ahmed.
Anai Silva.
Abigail Zelaya.
Isabella Campos.
Jasper Ramirez.
I'm Joseph Hernandez.
And I'm a Mercy Scholar.
Okay, you saw them on the screen. I'd like you to meet them in person. Please welcome our Mercy Scholars and alumni who are here tonight to stand and be recognized. And please join me in welcoming one of our Mercy Scholars, Omu Dukure, to say a few words.
Hello, good evening or good afternoon. My name is Omu Dukure, and I am a junior biology student at Mercy College. I am proud to be a Mercy Scholar. I am from West Africa, the Gambia, where my parents were born and raised. They emigrated here for better living circumstances and opportunities. I will wholeheartedly do whatever it is possible to make them proud. I want to thank Jim and Marsha McCormick, who have supported my education and invested in me as a Mercy Scholar. They have made my academic experience easier for my family and me, as we all know the financial cost and burden of obtaining a bachelor's degree. It's difficult to even imagine simultaneously being an efficient and competitive student with the fear of debt and instability. Born and raised in the Bronx, I am blessed and privileged to have the opportunity to be a Mercy Scholar and have such an amazing team supporting me academically and professionally, including my PAC mentor, Rob Cornetta. I email Rob quite frequently for mentorship, academic planning, career development, and sometimes just for feedback. And the list goes on. I am the student that needs to have everything planned out to ease my anxiety. I run everything by Rob. I'm grateful for people like him because he dedicates his time to ensuring the Mercy scholars are supported and are on track. He is a wonderful contribution to the Mercy community. To the McCormicks and the entire Mercy family, I would like to say this: gratitude. The most impactful force is to accept the condition that humanity allows one to experience the utmost level of love. The progression of life and our individuality is through the recognition of the properties of humanity, the ability to embrace compassion and empathy. I thank you all, and you will always be a part of my success story. Through my time at Mercy, I think what stands out to me is the sense of purpose I have achieved. I know learning is a lifelong process, and I think it's normal to sometimes lose your way. I shuffled through different majors before finding out what works for me. The younger version of myself would be happy and proud to see that I have come out of my comfort zone and challenged myself. With support and mentorship, I realized that my purpose is to help and heal others. I want to fill in spaces that need healing as a mental health advocate and a future provider as a physician assistant. I plan to work in underserved communities and live true to my purpose. Outside of the classroom, I am a part of the Muslim Student Association, a recitation peer leader, and a part of the Health Science Pre-PA Club. I'm also a senator for Mercy's Student Government Association, which allows me to provide feedback from the student body. I've taken on research opportunities to better understand the effectiveness of a peer-led, team-led pedagogical approach with my faculty mentor, Dr. Zhao. I've also started research with Dr. Zavala on the topic of anxiety, social support, and academic engagement. In the community, I am a volunteer with the Ardsley Sector Volunteer Ambulance Corps. These are all opportunities that have been awarded to me by Mercy College. I continue to maximize my experience as an individual and contribute to Mercy College. I appreciate and I am honored for the mentorship and thankful for the amazing team who put this program together and provide me with such a platform. I will forever be grateful to be a Mercy Scholar. Thank you.
Wow, Mercy students are just so amazing. Good evening, I'm Joe Gantz, Chairman of Mercy's Board of Trustees. I'm happy to be participating tonight virtually. On behalf of the entire Board of Trustees, I want to congratulate tonight's honorees, Dorothy, DeAndre, and Rosa. A special shout out and thanks to the supporters who had the vision to launch and fund the Mercy Scholars Program, a program that allows students to graduate debt-free, prepared to fulfill their dreams. It is fitting to feature Mercy Scholars tonight as an example of the power of vision, support, and empathy. Mercy is committed to ensuring all our students get the support and resources they need to succeed in college and to graduate. This commitment is demonstrated every day throughout the college. As we all know, it takes a village. Speaking for the Board of Trustees, I can't tell you how grateful we are to the faculty and staff for their unwavering support of our students. This support was especially evident during the pandemic these last 2 years. Let me share just a few of these stories. A professor in the physical therapy program worked tirelessly to secure clinical placements for our PT students, a major challenge facing such programs during the pandemic and a prerequisite to graduate. Because of her persistence, Mercy's PT program is one of the few in the region without delayed graduations. I learned of a student who struggled with a difficult nursing course that she would have to retake over the summer. But she had a mentor in our nationally recognized PAC mentoring program. Her PAC mentor remained in regular contact with the student. These conversations, along with new study strategies and tutoring sessions through Mercy's Center for Academic Excellence and Innovation, supported the students and helped her keep on track. She passed the course and is on track to graduate on schedule in a few weeks. A School of Business professor shared the story of a student who was the sole support of her family when her mother became ill from COVID, and the family was being evicted from their apartment. It became impossible for her to balance her coursework, remain focused on her family, and try to land an internship at KPMG. The professor and PAC worked together to provide resources to help her balance it all. She landed the internship at KPMG and another one at PwC, completed the course successfully, and was able to stay in her family's apartment. Now, her internship experience led to full-time employment from both firms. She said about her professor, "Your support went a long way for me. I don't have the words on how thankful I am to you. You supported me when I really needed it." And one last story for tonight. Student Financial Services shares a story about a student struggling to make ends meet during the pandemic. Her financial services counselor worked closely with her to ensure that she was receiving all the aid available to her and worked with the student on a recommendation letter for an endowed scholarship. In the end, the student was able to continue her studies and receive the scholarship. The financial services counselor notes, "The family resonated with me because of my own struggles. My mother, too, wanted nothing more than to see me achieve my goals and dreams. The relief that came from the family after I told them the good news was a very special moment, and it made me proud to be a financial aid counselor at Mercy College." These are just a few of the many examples of our faculty and staff work tirelessly to keep all our students on track despite many personal obstacles. It is all made possible by the support from you. Tonight, you have the opportunity to generously support a number of important scholarship funds at Mercy, including the Mercy Scholars, the Trustees Dinner Scholarship Fund, and the CNR Legacy Scholarship Fund. On behalf of the board, I want to thank President Hall for his leadership and the staff and faculty for their dedication to the Mercy mission. And before I say goodnight, please stand and raise a glass and a toast to all those who represent the village that is Mercy, in thanks for their work in living the Mercy mission. Thank you for your support and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Here. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Omu. You will make a wonderful physician assistant. Omu, I am sure of it. And now, first we raise a glass to our students, and now we're going to raise some more scholarship dollars. And to do that, I want to welcome our Chief Advancement Officer, Bernadette Wade, to join me for our scholarship challenge.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Bernadette Wade, and I'm the Chief Advancement Officer at Mercy, which means I'm responsible to raise money, and a lot of it, as much as we can. And I also take care of alumni and communications. But tonight is a very special night. It's the biggest night of the year where we ask our community to come out and really support our scholarships. And as Joe Gans said, we have several different ways for you to support Mercy tonight through scholarships. You know, scholarships are really essential to the work that we do. So I have the pleasure of telling you how this is going to work tonight. And it is a beautiful thing to look out into the audience here and see your beautiful faces, first of all, and all of the beautiful flowers and whatnot. So I know that this is going to be a wonderful night. All right, so this is how this is going to work. On your tables is a card. Everybody look and see if you can find a card. They look like student stories, and there's all different ones on your table. So see if you can find them, and they're beautiful quotes from our students. If you turn it over, it says this is the Mercy College Scholarship Challenge. So if you please look there are many different ways that you can support our dinner tonight. We ask that everyone try and dig a little bit deeper tonight. Think about what's happened over the past few years and see if you can fill out this card. When you do, right at your table, either raise your hand or put your card in the blue envelope that is on each table. It's kind of like a light blue envelope. But if you, instead of putting it in the envelope, if you just put your hand up, there will be individuals running around. They will take your card and they will give you a glow necklace. So the idea here, I don't know, we thought it was a little cheesy, but who cares, right? Let's do this. So you will get a glow necklace, and you can put it on your neck or on your head or on your a bracelet, but let's try and get everybody a glow necklace. And if you have somebody who doesn't do it for them, right? Do it for them. All right, so let's get this going. In the meantime, can we please have the thermometer up? So we have been taking donations and contributions in from individuals online already. And we have had, here we go. Okay, so we'd like in this room, to raise $200,000. We have already raised a lot more from your beautiful ticket sales and sponsorships. Thank you to our sponsors. But this is what we'd like to raise just now. So far, it's $17,000. So that number has to go up a lot, okay? So we're not leaving here till that number is 200,000. So see, there's pens on the tables, see what you can do, and let's start getting some glow necklaces coming along. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. Do you see that? I'm watching this one over here, right? You see? So what's happening is donations are coming in online. We also had a few that we put in. And there are Heather and Stephanie, they're in the back, and they are typing in what you're giving us on the card. So that's going in immediately. So this is what's happening. Okay, now, we also know that some would like to do this via text, but the internet in this facility is not great. So if you do want to text, you can try it. So you could type Mercy 2022, and you text that to 41444. All right, so let me go over that again, just in case you want to do it on your phone. You're going to type in 41444, and you're going to type in Mercy 2022. Okay, here comes the glow necklaces. And you can pay by credit card, check, cash, anything. All right, so we're not going to do this for very long, so we have to kind of do this and get through it. We're at 150, 160. Okay, we're going to do this. Okay, we're going to get to 200,000. So that is here we go. Okay. As we say, no donation is too big and nothing is too small. Every single solitary dollar counts. So thank you so much for this. And okay, we're going to let this go for just another 2 minutes.
Come on, let's light up the room.
Yes? Yes. There's a millennial who was bringing it to my attention that in the program, you can scan your phone and you'll get right to the website. Okay? In your program, there is you can scan it. A barcode, thank you. May I have one of those, Robert? Can Edie have one as well? And how do you put them on?
They just flip in. There you go. Yeah, I'm going to get a clip of this part. How do you get it on? Yeah.
No. Can we see the thermometer? Thank you, Robert. And how does she make it go alive?
How do I? It's live.
Is it lit up?
It is?
Okay, we're at 177. One 190. Okay, guys, it looks like we're going to get to 200,000 because we're at 190. So I am going to say good night, but this isn't good night. Keep going if you have to keep going. We have a little bit of the program left and some honorees, and then the dinner will be served while we're doing that, and then we can relax and have the dessert. So I'll say good night and just keep on going. And one more look of the thermometer.
Come on.
Come on. All right, I'm sure it will come up, but thank you everybody for donating tonight, okay?
There's so much hubbub here, I don't even want to interrupt it. It's fabulous. Also, I know that we can't see you, but to our virtual audience, thank you for being there and for all of your donations on behalf of our students. So you may be out of sight, but you are not out of mind. Thank you so much. Can we see that thermometer one more time, maybe? Okay, we got to move that dial. All right, that's been on 190 a little bit too long. Okay, like I said, I don't want to get in the way of this, but if you would, while you're writing your checks or texting your pledge or scanning whatever it is you're scanning, please turn your attention to the screens to meet another Mercy student.
My name is Lauren Casanova. I'm a Mercy Scholar and I'm in my 3rd year. When I first got here, I was very nervous because, new school, coming from high school, and then we had COVID, and then it was just a completely new experience. And so now I had to figure out how am I going to adjust to this new way of learning. By my sophomore year, that's when I started to connect with people, and we would make group chats, and that's where I found my group of friends. We study together and we have a relationship beyond academics, and it's something that I never had before. So it's amazing and wonderful, and we help each other, and we're helping each other get through nursing because it's very difficult and you need teamwork. So I'm very happy that I have that, I found that. I'm one of the few that are given an opportunity to get my bachelor's degree debt-free and not have to worry about the financial burden, financial stress, and be able to make everyone, all my donors, my family, everyone that's rooting for the Mercy Scholars and for me, proud. There's so many classes, so many things to juggle. To know that I have people that I can turn to and I have people that are supporting me and rooting for me, it means a lot.
Congratulations,
Thank
Mercy
you.
Scholar.
And I just remember being so shocked and being so thankful.
Congratulations, baby, you deserve it.
My goal has always been to be as debt-free as possible, get the best education as possible. My mom, she sacrificed so much for me, and it's a dream. So thank you so much.
I couldn't have asked for a better school. I'm just so happy. And I look forward to 4 big years because my baby's gonna be a nurse.
My family came from struggle. We're from Castle Hill Projects originally. Me and my brother are the first people in my family to be going to college. It was instilled in me that education is the way to go. Education is how you make it and you are successful. I knew that for what I wanted to do, which is nursing, I needed to go to school. To be able to attain my degree without any debt for my family, that's the ultimate success, because they never had those opportunities. Having the sim lab gets you the experience that you need if you're not in the hospital, and then besides that, you're able to make the mistakes that you can't actually do in the hospital in real life people. You're able to make mistakes there. The professors work hard to make sure that the students are learning and are understanding. They want them to do well and they want them to succeed. To have a donor that I've met and that I know is investing in me and believes in me means the world to me, because he is investing in my future, in my career goals, my goals in general, and having his support, it's granting me the opportunity to be able to go forward in what I want to do. And I know that not other people get that opportunity.
So great to see them from the beginning when they get notified to this moment. Okay, we want to bring CNR into this conversation. Please join me in welcoming Nancy Harkins to introduce our next honoree.
Good evening. I'm Nancy Harkins. I am an alumna of the College of New Rochelle, class of 1975. And I'm thrilled to be here tonight. I am currently a member of the CNR Legacy Council and co-chair of our class committee. And I'm so thrilled to be here to honor my dearest friend, Rosa Napoleon. We are also fortunate for Rosa's dedication to CNR over the years, including as class president, director of the Alumni Board, and president of the Alumni Association. When CNR faced closure, she volunteered her time and expertise in the Office of Alumni Engagement. Her fellow alums recognize and appreciate that her enduring commitment continues, ensuring CNR's legacy lives on through Mercy College and within each of us. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating Rosa Napoleon, the 2022 recipient of the CNR Legacy Award.
My name is Lauren Casanova. I'm a Mercy Scholar.
Thank you, Nancy. I am so appreciative of this recognition and feel especially honored to follow in the very large footprints created by the previous recipients of the CNR Legacy Award, Marlene Tutera and Eileen Nidzwicki, who I am proud to call my dear friends. Our paths initially crossed about 50 years ago at the College of New Rochelle when I assumed a position as a resident assistant in Mora Dorm, where Eileen was head resident. Marlene was the director of housing, and so, along with a mix of other adults and students, we formed the residence staff. Over the past several years, Marlene, Eileen, and I have had the opportunity to solidify that bond formed long ago. Marlene and I served interlacing tenures as president of the Alumni Board, relying on each other for advice and support, and worked in tandem with the college's development office, which included Eileen. In the weeks following the discovery of CNR's crisis situation, the Office of Alumni Engagement was formed, co-led by Marlene and me. For nearly 3 years, we were a constant presence in the development office, tantamount to staff, working to further alumni engagement. In the final days of CNR, as we rallied together to keep the college open, we came to depend on each other for moral support. And upon CNR's close, regardless of our graduation year. Long-lasting friendships and precious memories were formed during those years. Decades after graduation, a chance encounter between CNR alumni can create an instant bond that leads to a rekindled or altogether new relationship. My class yearbook captures the sentiment felt by many of us regarding our college days with a nostalgic verse from the Fantastics. Recall that secret place. You've been there, you remember. That special place where once, just once, in your crowded, sunlit lifetime, you hid away in shadows from the tyranny of time. CNR was indeed a special place, affording me with an excellent, well-rounded education, invaluable life lessons, and many dear friends. Principles such as maintaining a sense of integrity, lifelong learning, and serviam, I will serve, became ingrained and provided me with a compass for the years that followed commencement. As I begin to wind down my remarks, I need to thank two very important people in my life for supporting my efforts, my husband George and my son Michael. I suppose getting married on campus at the CNR Chapel in 1980 sealed the deal and pretty much set the tone early in our marriage. George, and later Michael, came to realize that CNR is in my DNA, and it became intuitive for them to expect and full-heartedly support my involvement with CNR. Without a doubt, it was difficult for many of us to come to grips with the demise of CNR and to move past the grief in order to focus on moving forward. I am so grateful to President Hall and Mercy College for all they have done in support of the CNR alumni community. You have fulfilled your commitment and have given us a home at Mercy, and for that I am eternally grateful. Through our strong partnership and determination, together we have kept the CNR legacy alive and will continue to do so. It is truly rewarding to be recognized for my contributions. My efforts over the years have been driven from my desire to pay it forward in return for the wonderful education I received and for the scholarships that made all of that possible. I have never forgotten that scholarships make a college education possible. The fact that I am being honored here at the Scholarship Gala makes it all the more meaningful to me. Thank you all very much for recognizing me in this very special way.
Congratulations, Rosa. If you are wondering what someone who has received a Mercy College education goes on to do in life, we'd like you to meet a very special alum. His name is David Arias. He is a man who is very mindful of where he started and of how to pay it forward.
My name is David Arias, Dr. Arias. I graduated from Mercy College with a degree in veterinary technology, minored in pre-veterinary medicine, and what I did after that was basically go to vet school. Mercy College was a blessing. The whole team over there basically laid out my career for me, and they basically structured me as a well-rounded student to be ready for vet school. And I'm very grateful for what Mercy College did for me because they really broke me in good ways. And although it was grueling and very strenuous, I think the overall education and experience that I got from it actually developed me to become a better vet student and become a better clinician. And her kidney values were extremely elevated, so we had to hospitalize her and put her on fluids. I'm a first-generation college student. Both my parents are from Colombia. They're both immigrants. My mother was a farmer, and then my father was an engineer from a local mechanic shop in Colombia, and like they came over here for a better life. And what they did was they provided room and board for me, but they never forced me to go to college. You know, they just told me it was an opportunity and to take advantage of it. I'm not the traditional college student. When I first got to Mercy College, my daughter was born. So I was stuck between going to school and like, you know, taking care of my daughter, studying for classes, and actually working full time to pay for rent, pay for, you know, being her expenses, my expenses, and being a family member basically, and trying to take, you know, balance everything out. I am part owner of International Animal Clinic Urgent Care here at Queens, New York. The practice is right here in Corona, Queens, where I grew up. And it's a low-income neighborhood, and I was like, you know what, this is an opportunity for me to give back to my community and show other children from this neighborhood. Just because the environment is a certain way, it doesn't mean you have to be. You know, you don't have to be a product of your environment. You can actually develop and become someone in this society. I have so much support from this neighborhood, even from the guys that are hanging out in the corner. It's so much love and respect out here. They see me grow up since I was a kid, and they know my background. They know who I used to hang out with and what I used to do. So for them to see the 360 and to turn around in my lifestyle and how like I changed from negativity to positivity, like it's just overwhelming that like you can't believe you actually did something like this. And to come back and make a difference, because I've literally seen like ex-gang members come into my practice like, hey, I remember you. And I'm like, yeah, let me take care of your dog, don't worry about it. Normally a dog like this in my neighborhood probably wouldn't even survive.
Why do you think students like you are a good investment for people who are thinking about donating to scholarship funds and making that education possible when it might not have been possible?
Well, it's all about potential. Like the potential for a student is there. They just need that extra push, the extra resources to get to that level where they can actually give back to communities like mine, to actually develop drugs, to actually open up hospitals and businesses of their own, to actually take out loans and help banks and like network with other veterinarians and other institutions into other colleges. It's kind of like a ripple effect. You have a pond and you drop a little a rock in it and it ripples, but the bigger the rock, the bigger the ripple, right? My Mercy diploma is right in front of my desk where I type up my notes and kind of answer phone calls and stuff like that. It's just a good reminder to show me where I came from and how hard I worked. I remember there was a Starbucks nearby and they opened at 5. I would literally be the first person there. Like they already knew I used to get like 3 shots of espresso, stayed there, studied for like my microbiology classes, for organic chemistry, advanced physics, you know, like just laying it down, going over formulas, and then I'll go straight into like taking an exam and then trying to get to some classes, and then I'll work at night or work during the day. So yeah, just that time was very dark. It was like going into a tunnel and just kind of coming out for air once in a while. I go to schools and I talk to kids like on career day. So a lot of these kids, like they've never seen a veterinary doctor. They don't know what a veterinary doctor is. And to be honest with you, I don't look like most veterinary doctors. So when they see me and I come in with, you know, full tattoos, earrings, long hair, sometimes my hair is braided, they're like, you're a doctor? I'm like, yeah, I am. Because you could do anything, no matter where you come from, you know, no matter your past, no matter like your obstacles in front of you, you're able to do anything in this life as long as you believe in yourself. And people, not only that, but people believe in you. And that's what Mercy College did for me.
Okay, a little birdie tells me that this might be a good time to take a look again at our thermometer, which is reflecting all of the donations to our student scholarships. There we go. That's a much better number. $232,172. Thank you for helping us exceed our goal, and please don't stop. There are certain people who are touchstones at Mercy College, and Dorothy Balancio is one of them. She graduated in Mercy's first 4-year class. She came back to Mercy to teach, and she is here still. She has now been a part of our faculty family for more than 50 years. Dorothy suffered a huge, unfathomable personal loss and then managed to turn it into a teaching moment for generations of Mercy students. To say that our world is better, for her presence doesn't begin to get at it. Our world is a little safer and saner, and our graduates who have studied under Dorothy Balancio know to choose understanding over anger, peaceful resolution over violence. Through her body of work and being consumed in service, Dorothy has shown she is mercy through and through.
I'm third generation Italian American, and I am the first person in my extended family to go to college. 4 or 5 of my cousins ended up coming to Mercy and are graduates. Both brothers, one older and one younger, both came to Mercy and are both graduates. My sons came to Mercy, and I think we make a difference in lives, significant difference in lives.
Dorothy Balancio Mercy College honors you for a lifetime of making a significant difference in our college community.
It's been a long career that began with the guidance of the Sisters of Mercy, whom I've met 58 years ago when I entered the Dobbs Ferry campus as a freshman. It was the first time Mercy offered 4 complete years of college. And before I graduated, I vividly remember how we all wildly celebrated receiving accreditation from the Middle States for the first time. The Sisters of Mercy were determined that everybody, faculty and students, would be guided by the wisdom of our motto, in serviendo consumere, consumed in service. The word college comes from the Latin word collegium, which means partnership. I believe that knowledge is best pursued in a community of learners because the joys of discovery become sweeter when shared with colleagues, students, friends, and family. Talking about friends and family, more than 20 of my cousins, close friends, including my niece, my brothers, and sons all attended Mercy. This Lifetime Achievement Award is the personification of Mercy's mission and pledge. I am a fulfillment of Mercy's commitment to transforming students' lives. At the core of my philosophy is the understanding that the purpose of education is to enable students to live fully human lives. And in order to achieve this goal, I believe we must teach our students to think by careful study and practice, but also we must develop in them the virtues of character. This kind of education requires love, coupled with intelligence, knowledge, and hard work. My Mercy family, students and faculty, has been the best resources for such learning. As an academic, I can tell you that the more I study sociology, the more I love it, because it touches on so many disciplines. I like to describe sociology as a mutt. My academic training was in the study of urbanization, family, ethnicity, demography. However, the trajectory of my concentration shifted when my oldest son, Louis, a Mercy junior year accounting major, was viciously murdered in a sports bar, a hate crime. I now focus entirely on teaching those competencies that I believe can help my students to successfully navigate in today's society without resorting to violence. I teach emotional intelligence competencies, negotiation, mediation, critical thinking skills, and moral decision-making. As the mother of a murdered child, I believe my service is to teach dispute resolution and managing conflict. I do not think about retirement. I think about longevity. In fact, financial planners are changing the life expectancy age from 85 to 100 years old for my cohort. The demographers futurists say that the baby who will live to 150 years old has already been born. When asked what keeps me young, I say, my students. When asked what makes me old, I say, my students. So on behalf of all my students and my colleagues, thank you for this honor.
It's gonna
open for another 10 minutes. So check on your bids and stop by the table in the hall if you'd like. Dessert and coffee will be served now on either side of the room. I'm sure you've seen them setting that up. Please enjoy the rest of your evening and stay a while, and let's really luxuriate in all of this in-person activity. Good night, everyone. Thank you.